A roaring fire, historical romance, Christmas novels and novellas, and some cozy PJs. What could be better? Hi, my name's Bee. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, and share my Christmas collection with you. Picture it this way. You and I are hanging out on the floor of my family room and I'm sharing my treasured collection with you. Today I'm going to show you step backs, gorgeous covers, anthologies, novellas, standalones, and parts of series, all which bring those holiday feels. You may be wondering, what is the difference between sharing my Christmas collection and doing a Christmas book haul? Well, the difference is most of these I've hauled before. I didn't know if you guys would be interested in seeing a video like this where I just share all of the books that I have that are on one particular topic. My channel members overwhelmingly voted for this video. If you like this, I've got so many more collections and themes to share in 2026. Let me know if you're interested. Let's get into it. Let's start with some gorgeous step backs. I actually have two Kathy Maxwell's in the same series, Scandals and Seductions. This is book 1 and this is book 4. Let's take a look. Book 1 of the Scandals and Seduction series brings us a gorgeous cover. Look at this leg and the dress. Oh my heavens. But even better is this step back. Look at this gorgeous, handsome man. I love the little bits of snow. Can you see the snowflakes that are falling? We have a woman who pretends to be the ward of this gentleman who is in real danger. Looks like it's gonna serve up some excitement, romance, and of course we love a good fake ward. Is that a new trope? The taglines in this are everything. His Christmas pleasure. Will a wedding night be her gift? I love how she's looking out at us and look at this gorgeous necklace. That looks like a good gift. We open it up to reveal a very spicy, kind of going almost 2-pager. I love the flowers. Don't miss that little bit of extra goodness up top. Again, tagline, she is the gift he longs to unwrap this Christmas. This is a marriage of convenience. She's eloping with him just to avoid getting married to a man twice her age with 13 kids. He's kind of a rogue, but he might be willing to change his ways to try to turn their fake marriage real. I have two from Victoria Alexander with gorgeous covers and stepbacks. Here we have book 9 of the Effingtons series, which presumably is about a family, maybe of just daughters, who always get their way. And look at this gorgeous cover. I'm gonna take my face out of it so you can really see. I love the manor house. Look at the rolling countryside there in the back, all covered in snow, along with this evergreen tree and someone walking to the door. Could it be Sir Nicholas? Oh man, not every Christmas gift comes down the chimney. I noticed, it's interesting that they've chosen to really do this up in yellows and browns, primarily yellow, but rather than, doing the Christmas colors. Oh, don't miss the back as well. This is lovely. Just kind of a continuation of the front. I love it. We see here a woman who is very much trying desperately not to fall for the advances of Sir Nicholas, who she once sort of threw herself at many, many, many years ago. He turned her down. She was furious. And now, all these years later, it turns out that he's responsible for her fortune. He also wants her in his bed. What is the girl to do? Here we have Believe, a Standalone by Victoria Alexander, which has a very vague summary. I thought about digging deeper and I thought, you know what? They may want us to be vague on purpose, so I don't want to give anything away. I love how she's within all the holly here. Hopefully she's not going to get poked. Look at all the falling snow, and then it gets a little more than scandalous. Look at this. It looks like they're in a sled. This is a woman who doesn't believe in love until she meets her knight in shining armor. He's trying to win her. Other than that, I don't know a whole lot. It looks intriguing, and I just love this 2-page step back. It's a shame we have all of this over here. Oh well. Here's one that I read a million years ago when I was first getting into historical romance. This is book 2 of the Desperate Duchesses series by Eloisa James, An Affair Before Christmas. I love the Georgian period, which Eloisa James writes to perfection. We see the powdered wigs, a mask. Obviously, this is a masquerade. And she's looking sort of intrigued or confused. We open it to reveal a really dramatic step back. I'm really sorry, book. I did not like that. I love the wind, and we've got this barebacked man trying to seduce her. It's perfect, actually, and goes very well with the plot of this. Those of you that enjoy Second Chance or Marriage in Trouble, I think is the most accurate trope for this, because They had a great marriage, a great wedding. It started off strong, but now it's down to just the ashes. And so he wants to, right before Christmas, reinvigorate their relationship, and really refreshing to see. I saved maybe the best for last. This is Lisa Kleypas's A Wallflower Christmas. I love this copy because it's got the step back. It's got a gold border here. We have embossing. You could even see that it's got a pattern embossed on it as well. It's just my pride and joy. We see some of the wallflowers here. And of course, this is the bonus novella, book 4.5 of the Wallflower series. I could not be more happy with it. We open it up to see Rafe Bowman, Lillian and Daisy's brother, with a woman you might least expect him to be with. She's the lady's maid to the woman he's supposed to be betrothed to. It was fascinating and really fun to see one of Lillian and Daisy's brothers. Oh, I just loved it. A third of Vanessa Kelly's Clan Kendrick series is Christmas novels. The first one is found in book 2 of that series. This is the Highlander's Christmas Bride. Look at this gorgeous cover. And look, we have a fire going. How romantic. Our woman was turned down by a man, then has become a failure as a nun. She needs to head back home, and apparently there's danger. Someone's pursuing her, so she needs a man to protect her. This is widower and single dad Logan Kendrick, who expected a certain type of person when he heard he was going to be escorting a nun back to their tribe. Turns out she's a lot harder to resist than he thought. Book 5 of this series is another Christmas set one, but it has a murder mystery at its heart. She's trying to figure out who unalived her husband so many years ago. He finds himself in danger, and the two of them wind up working together and relying on one another as the holidays approach. And does this dress come in my size? Look at the fur. Oh, I love it. Lauren Smith has a Sins and Scandals series, a trilogy in fact, that closes with a gorgeous Christmas novel. Look at this. Look at this dress. I love Lauren Smith covers. Oh my gosh, the drama, the dress, I cannot. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. And so is he. Here we have one of my favorites, A Holiday House Party. Again, we have a widower, a single father who wants to marry her, not because he likes her, which of course he does, and he's having trouble denying his feelings for her. He doesn't want to hurt his heart again, but he wants a mother for his daughter. He's hoping she can be the one to do it. But I think she's ready to give him the best Christmas gift of all. That's right, a KitchenAid. Nope, love. Here's a book that we almost picked for our Tea and Biscuits book in the month of January. It's The Good, the Bad, and the Duke by Jana McGregor. This is the Caversham Heiresses, book 4. A very interesting premise in that this woman finds herself home alone, like Macaulay Culkin, I guess. But she and this gentleman are both fighting over the same property. She wants a building to open up a home for unwed mothers, whereas he's hoping to turn it into a hospital. You know, that old chestnut. They both seem super altruistic. There's more though. Someone's stolen her diary. He needs to help her get it back, and she needs to help him get on the right side of her family. I love this. We think it's a shawl, like a fur shawl. I love that. It's sort of understated in the holiday vibes, but I love this red dress. It's gorgeous, and I love, of course, the snow. Grace Burrows wrote a series called The McGregors, which contains 4 books, 5 if you count a novella that comes between books 1 and 2. This closes out the series, What a Lady Needs for Christmas. Look at this beautiful art. I need to find out who this artist is. I've talked about this person before. One of the things I love is you see the sharpest relief in the characters, and the further you get from their faces, the further you get towards the end of the piece, but it's just darker. It's kind of a vignette type feel. And I love that dress. I'm hiding my face as I'm talking to you so that we'll know where to focus. Anyway, this one essentially is a marriage of convenience, and this entire series is set during the early Queen Victoria period in the Scottish Highlands. There are 8 books so far in Julianne Long's Palace of Rogues series, which to my knowledge, everyone absolutely loves. The 9th book is coming out June of 2026. So there's time to read and enjoy all of these, including book 4, After Dark with the Duke, which showcases a really cozy looking fire. I love the candles. I love the roses on the mantle. And oh my gosh, this with the green and oh, the velvet, it's just heavenly. I love that. And I love that they chose green instead of the red, which we've been seeing a lot of in this video. We have a military general and an opera singer who is disgraced find themselves in this palace for rogues together. Opposites attract apparently, and hate turns to love in this rivals to lovers romance. Adrian Basso brings us, sorry about the glare, another cozy fireplace in the Christmas Countess. This is a standalone. Look at the candle. Oh, I love it. And of course we've got the fur, but now we've got a really nice paisley pattern going here on this blanket that I guess they're sharing. How kind. This is crazy. We have a woman who is disgraced after her fiance passes away. She was with child as well and believed the child to perish after being born. Only that child is alive and well and living as the daughter of this gentleman who has just lost his wife. Now they're together over the holidays and she's very concerned about his parenting and he is wanting to be with her. I just love this cover. I don't know that this plot has a lot to recommend it. I'm not sure that I would be like, I need to read this. But I love this cover and I am intrigued. Let me know if you've read this in the comments. I have two versions of A Christmas Promise by Mary Balogh. They were both so pretty, I just couldn't help myself. I'll let you take a really close look at this one. This is the 1992 version. The cover is just the only thing that's different. I even looked and saw if they had any updates or anything. There are not. This is about a woman who is not happy actually because she's supposed to be marrying this man just out of duty to her father. That was his dying wish. And she has a fortune that he needs. So she's very sad because she believes that there's no way love could come from this, but perhaps it could. And here's the other version, which I just love. Look how cute this is. I love the Christmas tree and the ice skating and the snowflakes in the background, the pond. I just adore it. You know, I just don't think I can let go of either of these copies. They're so pretty. If you have a favorite, do let me know in the comments with either a blue or a red heart. I haven't had the pleasure of reading Rose Pearson yet, but check out the fourth book of the 6 in the Landon House series. Is this not gorgeous? Look at the snow outside. We see a bridge. It's just gorgeous. And the tree and her dress. Oh my heavens. Beautiful. No notes. I just love this cover. This is giving me shades of Pride and Prejudice and that we have a grumpy sunshine sort of deal. He won't be happy at Christmas time because that was the time when his betrothed cried off. He is very sad and mad and not happy about it, but she wants to let him see the joy that the season can bring. So I think she hopefully makes that happen. I'm hoping to read this one this year. I just got this in my Harlequin historical romance box. This is a mistletoe match for the Earl. This is part of a Wayward Wallflowers series by Eva Shepherd. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. She's hoping to match make one of her friends with him. He is an Earl who is now scarred. He's back home. I'm getting Beauty and the Beast type vibes. They become snowed in together and let's see if love can ensue. Yes. This one looks like it might be good. It's fairly straightforward. We have a man who's willing to agree to a fake engagement, even though he's still quite sad after the loss of his wife. And the holidays are approaching. They're going through them as fake betrothed. Is that a word? No, I'm sure it's not. But in any case, I think love happens. So far, we've talked about nothing but novels, but now it's time for some novellas. You might notice this little bookmark in here. I got this one from Abby Jean. Thank you, Abby Jean, for this gorgeous copy. This is Erin Langston's Some Winter's Evening, which is related to Forever Your Rogue, which is many people's one of their top historical romances of all time. We have a governess and a gentleman who's a lawyer, and they spend an evening in a coaching inn. There's not a whole lot that happens. There's some spice and some fun, but they decide this was just one night. It doesn't mean anything. Although perhaps as she's beginning her governess position, she might be meeting her friend again. I'm gonna have to read and find out. I absolutely adore this cover, by the way. It's one of my favorites, and I'm gonna be putting it out to look at in winter as well, even though this is set during the holidays. If you saw my TBR video for December, you saw this one, and many of you voted for this. So hopefully I'm going to be getting to this December. I'm really hoping to. This is the prequel novella to Capturing the Carlyles, which we've read 2 books of that series in Tea and Biscuits book club. That's never happened before, 2 in one series. It's really good, and so is she. And this one looks epic. We have a woman who lost the use of her right leg after an accident involving him. They were supposed to be together, but she shunned him away. He never expected to see her again. But now, as bad weather looms when she and her family is on the way to a Christmas party, they have to take shelter in his home. What will happen? I hope it's true love. Another author who I just love. She's published with major publishing companies, but she's also an independent author, especially now that her contract wasn't renewed, which, you know what? Awesome, because now she has more freedom to do what she wants and to give us stories from different time periods. I'm really, really excited about what Kate Bateman is doing next. I have 2 gorgeous novellas. These both feature the same model, which I love, but these are from 2 different series. This is Orchids and Mistletoe, which is book 3.5, if you will, of the Secrets and Spies series, and it features Kit, who was very damaged during the war. He was a POW. He's been holed up in his home, doesn't want anybody around, but this woman here needs a place that has a hothouse for her orchids over the holidays, so she comes to be with him. Again, it's sort of like Beauty and the Beast vibes. This was very short, but I enjoyed it immensely, and there are some scenes that live rent-free in my head. And heavens, I mean, we just have to talk about how gorgeous this dress is. Are you kidding? And the snow outside. I just can't. It's beautiful. A lot of people have no idea that this novella within the Ruthless Rival series is a Christmas book. But yes, it does take place over Christmas. This will be the perfect holiday romance for anyone looking for island vibes. It's all kinds of fun. It's just what you would expect from 2 people who are stranded on a deserted island alone who have been rivals. So much fun. And look at, I mean, gosh. Again, I've had this cover out in the summertime just for fun, just to look at. But yeah, it's funny to think, oh, it's a Christmas book. You've heard me talk about this one before. I know you have. We're doing this one in December for Tea and Biscuits Historical Romance Book Club. But I mean, come on, we got to look at this. I got this one as a gift from Lisa. Thank you so much again, Lisa. It's just absolutely gorgeous. A Holiday by Gaslight, Mimi Matthews. It is a Victorian Christmas novella, a standalone. It's about a woman who breaks off an engagement with a man who's seemingly unfeeling. And once the engagement is broken, all their walls break down as well. They have no reason not to be real with one another. Even though this is sweet, there's no spice, it still brings that tension and the intense swoon. I love it so much. I just got this the other day for like $1 at a used bookstore. This is Scarlett Scott's Heart's Temptation series, book 7. It's a novella, of course, The Night Before Scandal. We have a gentleman who seems to have frosted tips. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but I'm sure it'll be explained in the novel. I'm not sure what's going on. An interesting hair choice. He is at a house party, and unfortunately, the hostess was a woman who he wanted to be with, who is now married to someone else, and he's just trying to grin and bear it. He becomes quite distracted when our scientist heroine arrives and decides that no man is as interesting as science, but maybe she'll have a little chemistry with him. You're welcome for that. You know what, actually, before we get right into the anthologies, let's talk about authors who have a collection of short stories for us. Look at how gorgeous this is. Back to Jana McGregor, here we are. Kisses by Candlelight, romantic Regency shorts. There are quite a few of them. Loving the green dress, the red bow. Look at all the greenery, I adore it. And notice this, autographed by the author. Yes, I did get to meet her. I had a wonderful time. Dear B, enjoy all the best, Jana McGregor. So cool, so cool. And you can see here that we have a lot to choose from. There is a longer story, The Earl's Christmas Bride, which takes up the vast majority, but then the other half is quite a few short stories. I'm really intrigued to read these, and the short stories are so short, I don't think there's any excuse for me not to read at least one this holiday season. Back again to Mary Balog. We have A Christmas Bride and A Christmas Beau. I'm extremely intrigued about A Christmas Bride because it features class difference, which I haven't seen a whole lot lately, so I'm really into that. And then Christmas Beau is about a man who has his sights set on a woman that he wasn't able to have many, many years ago because she was married to another, but now she is a widow and he is hoping for a second chance. I haven't really found a good fit when it comes to Lindsay Sands. I know there are some some good ones out there. You guys have told me. I know I need to read them. This is My Favorite Things, a collection of 3 short stories, and they're all so intriguing. I'm dying to read them. The Fairy Godmother is the third one, and it's where an actual fairy godmother meets a woman named Odell and gives her fairy dust, which she can use to separate the mice from the men. I love that. We also have 3 French hens, in which the heroine is a scullery maid who is a look-alike to a woman of high society who does not want to get married, and they decide to switch places, and then let's see what happens. And then in the first one, All I Want, I don't know why I went backwards. In the first one, there's a woman who's trying to get into a gaming hell to win back the fortune that her father lost, but she's not allowed in because she's a woman. And she seems to strike up a nice little friendship or more with the proprietor of the gaming club. So very interesting. I love how these seem so unique. You guys may remember another book haul earlier in the year when I shared with you that I bought this book because I love Mary Jo Putney and I love her Christmas stories. Even though I had some of these in other anthologies, I loved the embossing and the foiling. It's so beautiful. But then while I was filming, I discovered that it is signed and says Happy Holidays by none other than Mary Jo Putney herself, which makes this book so ridiculously exciting to me. It actually is a collection of books that I've been able to get on audio as individual short stories, either through Audible, Hoopla, etc. So if you're interested in learning more about Mary Jo Putney, do look her up and see if you can find any free short Christmas novellas. She's written many of them, and many are featured in this book. Okay, now we're going to do real anthologies, and of course we have to start again with Mary Jo Putney, The Last Chance Christmas Ball. I read in the bleak midwinter in this one, which is one of my favorite Christmas romances of all time, which I believe all of these take place during a Christmas ball. It would make sense. The ones that I have read do, and the one that of course sticks out in my head is In the Bleak Midwinter, which features a man who has been scarred after the war, emotionally, physically. He feels that he's unloved, but we have a woman who's loved him for his entire life. I adored the entire cast. It was just fantastic. I boo-hooed. It was beautiful spice as well. It was just gorgeous, just perfection, and one that I want to read again and again. I will show you a close-up too of all the other authors who you can expect to find if you do check this out. Now, this one we do not want to confuse with this one, which contains pretty much the same lineup. This is Mischief and Mistletoe, and this one was published in 2012. This one was published in 2015, presumably because this one did so well. This is another one that I'm dying to get to and enjoy all the stories within. We also get Mary Jo Putney in Seduction on a Snowy Night. This one only has 3 authors, but all of whom are incredible. Madeline Hunter and Sabrina Jeffries join Mary Jo Putney. It says, this winter steal away with the reigning queens of Regency romance, plus 1 or 2 dukes, 1 heiress, and 1 headstrong beauty, to a surprise snowstorm, the comfort of a blazing fire, and the heat of a lover's kiss. Say less. This one did so well that all the gals came back again for a Yuletide kiss. This one was published in 2019. We get this one in 2021. Again, Madeline Hunter, Sabrina Jeffries, and Mary Jo Putney. The reigning queens of Regency romance deliver a delightful Christmas collection of 3 sparkling tales as stranded travelers find merriment, mistletoe, and holiday love awaiting in a quaint country inn. Sign me up. We've seen Jo Beverly in a lot of these anthologies. Well, here's another one. This doesn't have Mary Jo Putney in it though, but it does have Heather Graham and Candace Camp in A Bride by Christmas. If you're into wedding romances, then this is the one for you, especially during the holiday season. Because I really want to get into Mary Balog, I have never missed the opportunity to purchase one of her anthologies. Here we have A Regency Christmas. Look how gorgeous this cover is. It just looks like one of those magazines from the olden days that I cannot remember the name of. Tell me what I'm talking about. Not Time magazine. You know, oh my gosh, that artist. I'm gonna put it here if I can remember. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. But we also have Jo Beverly, Sandra Heath, Edith Layton, and Laura Matthews rounding out this cast of authors. Look at that house as well. Oh, another one. This cover isn't as fabulous, but it is cute. And it has Mary Balog, Nicola Cornick, who I've been wanting to read, although I've heard she's very spicy. I may not be thinking of the right person. Let me know if you've read her. And we also have Julia Justice, who is a name that is new to me, especially that spelling. And here's another one that looks like one of those magazines. Oh my gosh, it's driving me crazy. A Regency Christmas Feast. Again, we have Mary Balogh, Sandra Heath, Edith Layton, Barbara Metzger, and Patricia Rice. So not the exact same group of people as the last time. And I've heard of Patricia Rice, and I've wanted to read her, so that's really exciting. We see again Sabrina Jeffries and Candace Camp, along with new friends Karen Hawkins and Meredith Duran, whose names I've definitely heard as the old school powerhouse authors they are. In What Happens Under the Mistletoe, the tagline says, "It's the most wonderful time of the year when lovers' eyes shine brighter as magic and mischief fill the air." Again, I had to buy it. It would look so fun. A Holiday of Love featuring authors Judith McNaught, Jude Devereaux, Arnett Lamb, Jill Barnett. These are all names that I have been dying to get into because I've heard such incredible things. It says, "A Holiday of Love. When the weather outside is frightful, what better way to warm up than with 4 magnificent new tales of love and adventure from your favorite romance authors? Slip into a bubble bath or curl up in front of a roaring fire and let these authors whisk you away." So fun. Let's head out west with a Christmas collection. We've got Stella Cameron, Loretta Chase, Linda Lael Miller, and Joan Hole. I definitely associate Linda Lael Miller with Westerns. I mean, this cover, look how pretty this is. This doesn't scream Western, but I do wonder. Oh, it says on the back, America's West, for at least for Linda Lael Miller. You know what is going west? We've got Western Christmas Brides. This is a Harlequin historical from a few years ago, featuring Lori Robinson, Lynna Banning, and Carol Ahrens. It looks so cute. I love the way they're looking at each other. Oh, it's so precious. Here's one I'm hoping to get to at some point. Kay Hooper, I don't really know, but of course, the Queen Lisa Kleypas. This is an anthology of just 2 authors in The Gifts of Love. Lisa Kleypas's offering is Surrender, which I have never read or even heard of, and Kay Hooper's is Holiday Spirit. I'm really excited, and the cover is nice, but I mean, come on. I'm mostly excited about the authors, especially this one. And speaking of anthologies featuring Lisa Kleypas, I just finished this one at the end of November. My channel members voted for this anthology to be the one that I read all of this year. And I have to say, the standout, my favorite by far, was actually Lorraine Heath. Although they were all very intriguing and entertaining, I highly recommend this book for anyone that enjoys historical romance and these authors. And by the way, just so you know, this is book 2.5 of this series, whereas this is book, I want to say like 2.5 or 3.5 of this series. The other 2 are standalone, so just keep that in mind. One I haven't read yet at all, and I'm hoping, I bet you all read this next year, because I really want to read Susan Enoch, Amelia Gray, and Anna Bennett. I have not read Susan Enoch yet, I don't think. Did I? Amelia Gray I've only read I think once, maybe twice, and Anna Bennett I just adore. So when I saw this, Kissing Under the Mistletoe, I thought, oh my gosh, yes, I must read this. So I'll probably do it next year, and let me know what you think if you've already read it already. That sounded weird. There are 3 anthologies that I need to finish. And I'm really glad we did this video because I wasn't aware that I haven't finished this one yet. I became a booktuber in 2022. And I think the first year I read the Tessa Dare one maybe, or maybe the Sarah McLean. And then the following year I read probably the Tessa Dare. And then so that was, I think this was like 2022 I read this one, 2023 I read this one, 2024 I read Joanna Shoops, and I have not read Sophie Jordan. So you know what's gonna happen this year? Finishing this one with Sophie Jordan. I'm really excited. Here's another one that I really wanted to finish. I really liked Eloisa James's offering in Mistletoe Christmas. I love Christy Caldwell, I think, most of the time. I loved Jenna McGregor, who I've met and haven't read yet. And then we have Erica Ridley, who I love. I mean, come on, I need to read this. I'm really, really excited to get to this at some point. Who knows if I'll get to a few of them, maybe just one this year. You may have already heard me going on and on and on about this one. Oh my gosh, I actually requested the ARC for the audio for Carla Kelly's book, which is called A Christmas House Guest, because it sounded so good. And then I got this book in my Harlequin historical romance box, and I was like, oh, okay. And I'm really glad because I'm obsessed with A Christmas House Guest. This is a man who was a prisoner of war, and this woman who helps him. There's a lot more to it, but it's just so good. I gave it 6 stars. I loved how atmospheric it was. It was primarily sweet, and I really enjoyed all the characters. So they just start to fall in love, and he's gonna be called back to war, and what's gonna happen? It's like the tension. So good. I want to read definitely at least one more of these, hopefully this holiday season. Well, those were my books. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas collection of treasures as much as I did, and enjoying hanging out with me in front of the fire. What a lovely way to pass the time. I'm so thankful I got to share this with you. Let me know if there's any books you've read, want to read, or really have any other ideas, quite frankly, including if you want to see more collections from me in 2026. Or you could just leave me a fire emoji. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're reading, whether it's a holiday romance or not. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.